Athanagild was Visigothic king of Hispania and Septimania. He had rebelled against his predecessor Agila I in 551. The armies of Agila and Athanagild met at Seville, where Agila met of second defeat. Following the death of Agila in 554, he was sole ruler for the rest of his reign. Roger Collins writes that Athanagild's reign is perhaps more significant than our sources may care to let us believe. Collins argues that the account of Isidore of Seville may be colored by the hostility subsequent Visigothic kings had towards Athanagild and his descendants. The Roman invasion. During the conflict between the two, a Roman force sent by Justinian seized control of a large portion of Hispania by Utica. The pretext for their arrival is unclear. Peter Heather states that Jordanus implies that Agila had summoned them. Isidore of Seville offers two conflicting stories. In the section on Agila, the Goths surrounding him killed him out of fear that Roman soldiers might invade Spain on the pretext of giving help, while in the following section Isidore states Athanagild had asked Justinian for his help, but once they arrived in Spain, he was unable to remove them from the territory of the kingdom despite his efforts. Collins notes that, in both of the Emperor Justinian's other western interventions, Africa in 533 and Italy in 535, he came in ostensibly to uphold the rights of legitimate monarchs against usurpers, thus agreeing with Jordan's version of the events. Although Athanagild recovered a few cities, the Romans held most of the conquest, which was organized as the province of Hispania, long after the end of his reign. It is unclear the exact area this province covered. J.B. Berry states that it comprised districts and towns to the west as well as to the east of the Straits of Gades, and included the cities of New Carthage, Corduba, and Asania. Peter Heather, while agreeing it included New Carthage and Asania, is dubious about Corduba, and is certain Malaga and Saguntia were included. Collins agrees that Corduba did not come under Roman control, nor did the Guadalquivir Valley, stating that the principal strongholds were Medina Sidonia, Malaga and New Carthage. Athanagild died of natural causes in Toledo, according to Isidore. Then, after an interregnum of 5 months, Louvarie became king. Dynastic alliances. His queen, Gershwin the Re, gave him 2 daughters, Brunhilda and the murdered Galswin the Re, who were married to 2 Merovingian brother kings, Sigebert I of Austrasia and Chilperic, king of the Neustrian Franks. Although Gregory of Tours states the reasons for this was that Sigebert disdained the prevalent practice of taking wives who were completely unworthy of them, and sought the beautiful and cultured Brunhilda, while Chilperic married her sister out of sibling rivalry. Ian Wood points out that the circumstances and the scale of the Morgungub suggest that the situation was more complex. Athanagild had no sons. By marrying 2 daughters to Frankish kings, he may have intended to involve the Merovingians in the Visigothic succession. Perhaps he hoped that the marriages would produce grandsons who could succeed him. However, Athanagild's death in 567 altered the situation. Wood speculates that the date of Galswinther's murder followed soon after his death. Brunhilda avoided her sister's fate, and became a central figure of Frankish history for the remainder of the 6th century. Lastly, Gershwin survived the upheaval that followed Athanagild's death, and became the second wife of Liuvagild, the brother of Athanagild's successor Liuva, and himself a future king of the Visigoths.